Hello, everyone, and happy Friday. How has your week been? I keep saying happy Friday, then it's happy Monday, and then it's happy Friday again. It's like time goes by a bit too fast, doesn't it? Or maybe is it just me because I have a toddler rearranging my house and I need to keep an eye on her every single second of the day? Oh, well, I want to talk to you today about this fear of losing that came to me as I was watching my baby girl today running around the house. We have a lot of fears incorporated in a natural way in our mind. This is how our mind has been created, and it's nothing wrong with you if you have a lot of fears, because it means that you only need to start to train your mind. You get to see fear from a different perspective when you give it a lot of patience, compassion, and time to simply get your mind to be used to a different way of seeing things. Our mind is pretty simple in terms of understanding what's wrong and what's right. It only wants to keep you safe physically, and that's it. It does not support any of your growth ideas, any plans, any changes. It doesn't like that. Now, when it comes to losing, our mind goes crazy, and I'm not overreacting. When it comes to a new situation that you can be potentially losing something, you get to be extremely careful without even noticing. You only need to go past your mind, have a small detour in order to get to where you want to. Because if you let your mind um, be the only guide that you have, it's most likely that you will not accomplish too much. I was watching, as I was telling you, my baby girl today, and I could see her rearranging my shoes, rearranging shelves and the furniture around the house. Yes, she's that strong. She just grabs everything with her tiny hand, shakes it, and nothing looks the same as it did 10 seconds ago. And I got this fear of, oh my God, I'm going to lose control in this house. Everything is going to be a mess. And it actually brought me back a few years ago to when I wanted to start my own business. It was actually around 2 years before I actually did start my own business in 2018. And I had the same feeling. I had the feeling of losing my precious income from the safe day job that I used to have. And I could see that I was completely unhappy back then because I really wanted to do something special, something new, something that enriches my personality, my personal development, that enriches me as a person, because I didn't like that job anymore. I wasn't honest with myself, and I was not yet capable of seeing things in the long term. The only way that you can conquer this fear of losing is to see things into perspective. If you think about compromises, I couldn't say these are compromises because you simply need to leave behind a life that was comfortable, and that's it. But this comfortable life is not giving you anything, it only gives you that warm, safe place, and that's it. There's no excitement, there is no growth, there's no adventure, no new, and no change. Although your mind doesn't like change, your mind loves excitement, it loves surprises. positive surprises, not negative ones. But it needs to grow continually. This is a human need that is very deeply enrooted in us, exactly as fear is. And this is, my fearless friends, where the conflict arises. You want to do a lot because it's in your nature. You want to grow, you want to explore, you want to fully live. But then what happens? The other side of you tells you, mind your own stuff that you have been doing so far. This looks dangerous. You have been living pretty okay so far. Why do you need to change things? What is out there that you can't find here? And then your mind starts to build one fear on top of the other. Now, in order to solve this conflict, because you do have a very strong conflict, especially with the fear of losing, you are afraid of losing your wonderful, safe, warm place. And let's face it, it is understandable. You have something that is real right now to you, and you're only thinking of the future as a potential investment, something amazing, but you're not 100% sure how is it going to be. Will you be struggling? Will you have a lot of hardship to face? Will you be the laughing stock of maybe other people? This is how fear gets on top of your dreams, of your desires. And you simply need to let your voice that creates your future be louder than your fears. And this is how the conflict simply goes away. Now, how do you do this? Because it does sound easy. It may be easier said than done, right? Well, wrong. I want you to start to be honest with yourself, with your professional life, because I wasn't. I don't want you to do the same mistakes because even though mistakes are great, you learn from them. I feel that I should have been more honest with myself sooner. Yeah, I was honest with myself later because I had no choice. I want you to be in a position where you can choose. Eventually, my fearless friends, what you have here, your heart's desires, your most amazing dreams are going to haunt you. The regret of not doing is always stronger than the fear of not being your best. When you have regret that you should have done this, it is awful because you can't turn back time. If you have the courage to do something and you do it and you make a mistake, which is normal and it is sometimes even necessary to move on to a new level of thinking. You may call it mistake, I call it a lesson. A well learned lesson is stronger than any regret and anything that you could possibly create if you decide to move ahead. Now, let me know what is your thought on this. Are you the type of person that from today is going to be the one that is letting the inner voice of your dreams speak louder and deciding that you need to do the things that you most love, because otherwise this conflict that goes between your mind, your fears, and your desires is going to haunt you for the rest of your life. My fearless friends, regret is the worst feeling of them all. I have to say this again. Do not do the same mistakes that I did. I was in a day job for 8 years and a half because I was afraid to lose my very precious, stable income, which wasn't too much. Let's be honest. What employer is going to give you a huge amounts of money unless you are a very important CEO or a manager that has a lot of people under their wing. It wasn't too much, but I was very comfortable, and I don't want you to be comfortable. I have been talking a few days ago about not choosing the easy path. When you do the things that are easy, the things that are comfortable and convenient, you never grow. It gets really boring, it gets dull. And I want you to know this. If you have been postponing something, eventually you will do that thing, because if you are a dreamer, if you are someone that is similar to me, and I know you are similar to as I see the future, because otherwise you wouldn't be watching this live session, right? I want you to know that your dreams will be the ones that will take their toll unless you start to do some actions right now. I cannot wait to get your comments in the comments section. I'm not sure. I can see there is a miniature error here. If you wrote anything, I am not able to see it. I got an error, but it's okay. I'll see it maybe later on after this live session is over. Let me know, what are your thoughts on this? Will you start to be in charge of your dream thoughts from now on and not letting regret step in? I really hope you do, because you do deserve a fear free life and to become the best version of yourself. I hope you have an awesome Friday ahead, a great weekend, and I will see you tomorrow with another great live topic.